everyone, so today I figured I would do one of those kind of like chit-chatting, get ready with me videos. I have no makeup on right now. I just have a little bit of mascara on from before, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm getting ready to go out tonight. I'm going out with a bunch of my friends as like one kind of last hoorah outing event. I don't know, we're really all just going to Applebee's to get dinner, but I figured I would film myself getting ready because I'm kind of going to do a bit more of a dramatic makeup look. I'm going to be doing a Loki inspired makeup look. If you've seen my blog, which the blog post will be linked down below, I have a post about my Loki nails. I don't know if this is really in focus, but I did Loki inspired nails. I have never been a huge Tom Hiddleston fan. I have liked him, I haven't disliked him, but I've never understood why people go absolutely out of their mind about him, but I'm slowly starting to understand his appeal, and it is like, Lord save my soul, because I have fallen into the trap. But anyways, I'm going to be doing kind of a more dramatic Loki inspired makeup look. So I'm going to just get right into it and kind of talk you through everything that I'm using. And if I'm looking this way, it's because my makeup cart is right here, so you know, just getting everything kind of easily. So I'm going to first prime my face with Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I got this in my gift bag when I went to a Sephora event. That video will also be linked down below if you're interested. I always start on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and then I just blend out kind of like everybody else does. But I actually do really like this primer. I notice a dramatic difference in the look of my foundation, the lasting power of my foundation. So I do really love this. And also I've been kind of hyped up because the new Thor trailer was released 2 days ago, I think. So I watched that and I'm absolutely out of my mind excited. That is also why I'm hopping on this Loki bandwagon. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in my last favorites video. I could be wrong. I don't know if it did. If I did, I would be linking that down below, so make sure to check the bottom bar for that. I love this foundation. This is seriously my new favorite foundation of all time. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to match me, but once everything is kind of blended, it looks beautiful. So I'm just going to be kind of poking that around my face, putting it down, and I apologize in advance for all of my inabilities to speak throughout this video because I know it's going to happen. I get like that a lot. My brain works way faster than my mouth can speak. So a lot of times I talk too fast and my brain is at the end of the sentence and I'm still at the beginning. But I'm taking a damp beauty blender and just blending that out all over my face. I go a little overboard with the beauty blender, so probably either fast forward this or cut it out, but I usually spend like 10 minutes with the stupid beauty blender just like dabbing it on my face like a weirdo. So usually at this point, before I go on to my concealer and whatnot, I'll take Max Fix Plus and I just spritz it over my face. I do this before and after I finish everything for my face makeup, but I do like putting it on before because I do find that it just helps my makeup last a little bit longer and it helps keep it looking fresh longer as well. So for my under eyes, I have horrific dark circles. I don't know if you're really able to tell before I started putting on my makeup, but I'm so pale that it looks even worse. So I first go in with the Garnier Anti-Dark Circle Roller, I believe is what it's called. It's just the yellow one, and mine looks absolutely disgusting because I'm almost out of it, but I love this stuff. And then I go in with the smaller tip of the beauty blender and I just dab that in under my eyes. I usually like to let that sit underneath my eyes for a little bit, but all over my face I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Conceal RX. This is very comparable to the Kat Von D concealer. So I first just go in with my finger and I dab it, and go in with the beauty blender and just dab over it to blend it out. For the last bit of concealer on my face, I just like to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Anti-Dark Circle Eraser Treatment Concealer, something, this thing, everybody knows what it looks like. I just go in and lightly run that underneath my eyes. I am pretty fair, so I'm not too concerned about brightening my under eyes because I'm so white as it is. But I do like to go in with this because this will just conceal any kind of lingering darkness that wasn't covered up by the dark circle roller. And the Garnier and the Maybelline concealer I have been obsessed with lately, and that's really the only thing I've been using under my eyes as of late. For my under eyes, I like to use a different powder than I do on the rest of my face. So I'm going to go in with this Tarte Smooth Operator powder. It's just a sample size of it, but it's really actually pretty decent sample size. And I will just take a little bit from the top of the cap and then just swirl it around a little bit. And you get white powder everywhere. I probably shouldn't be wearing black. And then I just lightly tap this around the eye area. And then for the rest of my face, I go in with my Cargo High Def Blu-ray powder. I think I only bought this because it was called Blu-ray, and I was absolutely fascinated by that. And I go in with the big Real Techniques powder blush, and I just pat that around my face. I don't put on too much powder, just enough that I know my skin is going to stay matte throughout the day, night, whatever I need it to last for. If I know I'm going to be going out, like tonight, I usually spray this on right now, so that is what I'm going to do. And then also, in my mouth, and then what I do is I just lightly tap around with my beauty blender, because if you've ever used a spray, a setting spray, you know that it leaves kind of like those drip marks on your face. So I just go around and kind of just smooth everything in. For a base, I'm going to be taking this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Pure Gold. And I'm just going to be putting that onto my lid only and not bringing it up into the crease. And then just taking my ring finger and blending that out a bit. Those of you Loki fans out there, you will know that his colors are pretty much green, gold, and black. So all over the lid, I'm going to be taking a gold color, and this is the L'Oreal Hip Duo in Mystical, and I'm going to be taking that gold color, and I'm going to make sure to just pat this on the lid. I don't want to sweep it because in my experience, these are prone to fall out because they're so buttery. So I'm just going to be patting that all over the lid. I do want this gold to be a little bit more intense, so I'm going to be going in with this L'Oreal Quad if I can ever get it open. I'm going to be going in with this L'Oreal Quad in Brazen Bold, and I'm going to be taking that top gold color on the same brush. And this one's a little bit more yellowy than the other one is, so it's really going to help the gold pop, and I'm just going to be patting that over top. And then what I'm also going to do with this one is I'm just going to be patting that onto the inner corner of my eye to just carry in that gold color. And then I'm also going to take it on the very tip of my brush and bring it under the inner third of my lower lash line. I don't know, I always find myself kind of gravitating towards superhero makeup looks, as you can probably tell by half the tutorials on this channel. I just really enjoy the bright colors and the fun aspect of it, so that's why I always do it, and I'm always so inspired by that. I don't know, it's kind of my muse, but I guess it's not really my muse because I'm not doing anything about it, but I digress. So for my crease colors, I'm mainly going to be using this palette. This is the Sephora Pantone Universe palette. I got this probably a year and a half ago when it came out at Sephora, and I haven't touched it since. And I just recently found it because I'm packing up all my makeup, and I figured I would go ahead and use it. So I'm going to be taking this black right here. So taking a pencil brush, I'm going to go into that black color and start blending this in a slanted line down onto my lid. So once you have this weird looking thing going on in your eye, I'm going to be taking a little bit more of that black on the same brush and just beginning to slightly sweep it in. I only want this to go about halfway across because I'm going to be blending it out with a green, but I do want that added definition into the very deep crease of my eye. So I'm going to be following the natural socket line, so pretty much where my eye sinks in. And I'm just going to be carrying that black over a little bit. Once you got this Batman looking thing going on, I'm going to be taking this dark, kind of true Kelly green color, and I'm taking that on the Sigma E25 blending. This is my all-time favorite crease brush, and this is also the exact same thing as the MAC 217. I'm going to be going into that color a little bit, and I'm just going to start buffing it onto and around the outer edges of the black so that it smokes it out and then it kind of fades up into a green. I find it so difficult to speak while I'm doing my makeup, and it's kind of weird. Like, I get so distracted trying to talk that I can't do my makeup properly. At this point, I look a little bit crazy and I gotta start blending things now. So for a highlight, I'm gonna be taking this lightest shade in the Smashbox palette. It is the Be Discovered Eye palette. I'm not a fan of this. I think it was limited edition, but honestly, not really worth it. I'm just using it because I have it. So I'm gonna go in with a flat kind of shader brush, and I'm going to be putting that up onto my brow bone for a highlight. I don't want a shimmery highlight for this look because the eyeshadows are pretty shimmery in and of themselves. Then I'm going to be going in with a fluffy brush and just kind of buffing around the edges of that green to really diffuse the color. So I'm not too fond of this green color that I use. It's a little bit too cool for my liking. So I'm going to be going in with this Inglot green eyeshadow. I don't know the number of it and I cannot get these out. So I'm going in with this green. It's slightly warmer, but I'm going to be going in with the same brush that I used the other green on, and I'm just going to buff it in, and this is going to give me a little bit of a warmer green and a truer green, which is kind of what I'm going for with this Loki look. The green has gone in a little bit further than I wanted it to, so I'm going in with the first gold color that I used on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend this into the inner portion of my crease and then kind of around the green on the inner part to just really fade it out. On the lower lash line, I'm taking the black and the green color again. So I'm going in with the same pencil brush that I used the black on originally, and I'm just going to look down and smudge this right beneath my lower lash line. I don't want it to go too low, but I do want that definition there, and I'm going to be bringing it in about 2/3 of the way and meeting it up with the gold, but not really blending it, just having it meet up with that color. And then with a slightly bigger pencil brush, I'm going in with that Inglot green again, and I'm just going to be running this along the outer edge of the black, and then this is where I'm going to start blending in the colors with the gold, and I'm just going to bring it in and just keep blending. I'm going to tightline and line my waterline with the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner pencil. It's just a really black, really dark black, and I do like that. So when I'm doing more dramatic looks, this is the one I tend to lean for. I'm going to apply a coat of mascara. I'll probably use the Too Faced Better Than Sex because it's right out on my dresser, and then I'm going to be applying false lashes. These ones are the 104 lashes, and I'm going to try to get them open for you. It's kind of dramatic and they're spiky, so I do really like them. And this is what they look like. I don't know if this is really going to focus on it, but that is what they look like. Love them. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. Now that my lashes are on and this looks a little bit more normal, yes, this is a extremely dramatic and intense look, but like I said, I do enjoy these and I think it's very fitting for Loki. But I am just going to add a little bit extra onto the very inner corner of my lower lash line. I'm going to be taking this glitter liner by Femme Couture. This is in the color Honey Dust, and putting it, sorry, my chair is squeaking again. I'm going to be putting this on the very inner corner of my lower lash line to just kind of bump up the look of it a little bit and really open up my eyes. Now the eyes are completely finished, and for the cheeks and lips, I'm going to keep it very simple because, again, the eyes are really kind of the focal point of this look, and I don't want to have too much going on my face. So I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. blush in Candid Coral. This is kind of like my go-to blush when I don't know what I want to wear, or if I just need something neutral that'll just match everything. I always go for this. So I'm going to take this and just lightly dust this over the apples of my cheeks. Lastly, for the lips, as soon as I can find what it is I'm using this Sephora lip gloss. This is in the number 2. This is a neutral pink with a gold shimmer. As you know, I'm going out to eat dinner. There is no point in putting on lipstick, lip color to just have it get everywhere. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and again, it kind of just will tie the look together without being too dramatic because, again, I do want the focus of this look to be on the eyes. And that about wraps up this look. I hope that you all enjoyed. I know this is a little bit of a weird format because I'm not used to doing these, so the whole chit chat and get ready is kind of defeated when I can't chit chat and get ready at the same time. But I figured I would go ahead and do this anyways. Make sure that you thumbs up if you are excited for Thor's 2, and if you like the video, of course, make sure that you also check out my blog post down below where I will have a full list of products just in case you did miss anything. And while you are over there, make sure to check out the Loki nail design post as well. So that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, I will see you in the next video.